Did you know that they made 3 comics set in the Turbo Kid universe? They did. Let me tell you about them. The first issue begins in an alternate universe's future, where a war breaks out between robots and their creators as they seek independence. A group called the Turbo Riders were created, then destroyed, along with most of society, when a bomb obliterates them. Decades post-apocalypse, a girl named Apple walks with a sick child whom she rushes off to get water for. After doing so, and after finding a unicorn stick, she rushes back, but it's too late to save the boy. Still, she stays with him as he rots. One day, a bandit raider shows up and hits Apple with an axe, revealing that she's a robot before she beats him down and runs off with her dead friend's torso. The backup of the first issue is titled Rat Story, and it tells of a rat that finds a piece of pizza, fights 4 turtles for it, loses, and then is caught by Turbo Kid, who immediately smashes it. In the second issue of the series, Apple flees a group of raiders, but once they catch up and knock her down, they accidentally activate a Skeletron 2000 robot which decimates all of the raiders. Apple then electrifies her unicorn stick in order to take the massive robot down. Time passes as Apple walks through the apocalyptic landscape until she spots a young man on a swing set. She puts her friend's torso down and goes and sits next to him, the very first moment where she meets Turbo Kid in the film. The backup in this one is called One More Reel and reveals how Turbo Kid went off on his own after his parents died in the apocalypse. One day the boy runs across some shadowy figures who chase him until he falls into an office where he finds a Turbo Rider comic book, which inspires him. The one-shot Turbo Kid Skeletron Unleashed begins with Skeletron, who is a bounty hunter in the post-apocalypse, who one day happens across a little girl whom he frees from her bonds after killing her captors. After that, she ends up following him. Over time, he takes the girl under his wing, teaching her. One day, she even saves his life from raiders and sews up his wounds for him. After the local warlord's supply is poisoned by Skeletron's heads on spikes, he sends assassins to his home to confront them. In doing so, they violently kill the little girl right in front of him. Skeletron then succumbs to his rage and completely decimates the raiders. Afterwards, he's approached by Zeus from the Turbo Kid movie, who ends up recruiting him. So that's it for all the comics set in the Turbo Kid universe. Definitely fun to have if you can get your hands on them.